we go.
I love the little pink Pickety
Yeah,
fence.
and it's not very well made.
It don't matter though, does it?
The hinges, everything's like...
It actually shouldn't be very well
No,
made.
it's terrible, look.
It's not straight on
It's
anywhere.
terrible.
It's gorgeous.
Even the
Wow.
painting of it's terrible.
Look at this. How are you not inspired?
Yeah, this is amazing.
So how long are you in Dubai now?
Since 2000.
Oh wow, so we're knocking
way
on
do you
our
wanna
20 year anniversary.
Yes, I've been coming since 2000.
Yeah.
Had a big show. I got asked, basically got asked to do something for the royal family and come out and do my Jafri meets Warhol,
Yes.
which was a world tour, and it was my collection with a lost Andy Warhol collection, and it was amazing because Warhol used to give his paintings as favors, you know, like here's a painting. Can I have a car? Can I stay in your house for a month? Blah, blah, blah.
How many moments in your life have you had to pinch yourself? And be
Every
like...
day, man. It's crazy. But at the time, you roll with it.
Yeah.
And then after, you think, my God. But it's only normally when people point it out that you then realise, oh, yeah, that is a bit crazy.
It's mental. You know, 20 years of age, you're sitting there, as you say, in your first ever gallery, and the people that you're meeting and the stuff that's going on, and you actually don't get time to breathe and take it all in, I would imagine.
You don't.
You just get pushed along with the momentum of it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because it'll scare you.
Well, as blokes, we're rubbish at, we just go with it, and every 10 years we get this slight, everything's either gone horribly wrong, or something's clicked and gone brilliantly. But it's only every 10 years that blokes, we're conscious. The rest of the time, we're unconsciously sort of rolling. And then it takes something seriously drastic, like what happened to you, and I've had a similar, well, it's a totally different one to me.
But it's a wake-up, it's a moment, it's an incredible shift in the energy of the trajectory of your life.
And I think we all get that once a decade, really. Not to your extreme, but we all get something like that.
But I mean, chatting on my extreme, and I wanted to get your thoughts on this. I went from being in, you know, you're Eton school.
Yeah.
But as you've said on a number of occasions, you had to get a scholarship, you had to work at it, you had to push yourself through that.
Yeah.
I went from being quite a troubled, had a beautifully loving parents, but not a very fun school life. So I was sort of unconfident, battered,
There's a lot
of problems, into semi-success in my working career, which then catapulted me into being an arrogant prick.
Yes.
And then someone, the greater being, said, we need to change this man's life, and we need to hit him with something that will bang him in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
And that's when I woke up.
Yeah.
You know, that's when I became somebody I'm quite proud of.
Yeah.
How was your
To be proud of yourself is good, man.
But it took me a long time. I'm still heading that direction.
That's half the battle, to be proud of yourself.
How have you sort of navigated yourself through that journey as a wannabe artist, wannabe successful artist?
Okay.
You know, do you keep moving the goalposts? Do you keep pushing the boundary of what is considered to be success? Or
well, no. So
confidence growing and all these kind of things.
Yeah. So basically, my journey's quite specific in that I was incredibly dyslexic as a child to a major extreme. Well, you were as well, yeah. So I had major problems.
But it gives you something else, eh?
Well, it did, but only after a long time. But I had some major issues. So basically, I was incredibly frustrated. And my dyslexia was really severe. And you know, in those days, they didn't really...
No. It's a disease that you caught at the back of the bike shed.
Well, you were a problem child. They didn't even... You had behavioural issues. It wasn't that you had something that actually needed to be looked at and
understood, analysed, checked.
And helped. So anyway, I was very dyslexic, and my parents were amazing. And they we've really got to get some help for this guy. And I got dyslexic coaching, and then the dyslexic coach said, there's something not right about him. And so she contacted...
Something not right about him.
Yes.
There's
something not right. Yes. And and then it's quite funny, right? So then she was not best friends. She was a colleague of the head of dyslexia for Europe, who was this crazy old Swiss German lady, and she said, "Bring him to me." And my mum was amazing, and she took me to see this lady. And the lady said, "Okay, I'm doing a case study. I'm doing a book, and I'm using 3 different dyslexics, and I'd like to use your son." After I spent 5-6 hours with her, and she was testing me and chatting and and she was like, "There's something not right." Not, she didn't use the same word.
She will have used
similar,
a different word, but yeah.
So I think she said there's something interesting here,
Yeah,
and we want to find out more.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah, so she used me as a case study, and it went on for a long time, 4 years maybe.
Wow.
And
how
she
old were you?
Started at 7, this process, and I think it was by about 12, they'd worked out everything. But it took 5 years. And I was the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of my class. This is before Eton.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, the class was small. It was only like 15 people. And you had like you had 45 people in the year, let's say, and 3 sets. And I was the bottom of the bottom set, but with a gap. You know what I mean? Between the last guy and me. Anyway, but by the end of this, well, I'll tell you how I got there, but by the end of this, I got into Eton and then into Oxford, which is unbelievable, right? In my opinion, there's no mistakes. You know, every mistake we make makes us richer.
Takes us onto the road, the journey where we are today. I've got this huge thoughts going around in my journey at the moment that every single bit of it has a purpose.
Yes.
Whatever that may be.
And that's
something that doesn't traditionally work takes me somewhere. Something that is a booming success takes me also somewhere.
Yeah.
It's all part of the journey.
And that's you developing as a human being.
Yes.
And a soul. And I think for me, painting is the same thing. A painting develops as a painting, its soul, its humanity, it's in the same way that we do. And that's what I try and do.
Incredible.
Follow that journey.
Absolutely incredible.
So I was very lucky. I went to Eton, and through that I met some amazing people, and their parents happened to be some of the world's leaders.
A-list.
And, yeah, like,
Triple A star list.
Yeah, but also amazing people. So what I'll tell you, a guy who really I love, who is an amazing man, is Richard Branson. And he's an amazing man. And so I know his children very, very well. Holly is an incredible girl. But Richard is like, he's one of the life's angels, because for a lot of reasons, he has everything. He has a huge amount of money. But his parenting skills and his relationship with his children, you would blow you away if you see it. It's so real. It's so like they have this real relationship. He's never spoiled them. He's always made them work for it.
Honest.
He's amazing. Yeah. And he said to me when I was, 20, he said, the most important thing, Sacha, because we connected really well, and he was a real guide for me.
A mentor.
Yeah, and he was lovely to me, and he sort of felt I was worth connecting with, which gave me a real gave me a real lift.
He wants to know me. There must be.
He didn't want to know me, but he felt he's worth talking to, this kid. You know, whereas most kids,
I don't mean it know you because of what your potential will be, but know you as a human being. That this boy's got something that I like and
exactly.
I feel.
He felt something, I think, and we had like a really nice connection. And he said, Sacha, the most important thing is he said, I don't work with anybody who hasn't lost everything at least twice. I will never sign a deal with somebody who hasn't lost everything twice. I'll never enter business or a partnership. You have to have lost everything twice. You have to be at rock bottom. You have to have nothing in your bank account, and you have to be able to start again. And he did it twice. I mean,
Well, I need to meet that man. I've done it 3 times.
Yeah, well, that's not easy. 3 times is not easy. And my dad did it. Well, he did it 3 times, like you. And going through that is difficult as a child, because you admire it and it sets you up for life, because you're like, wow.
Yeah, my dad.
He went to the bottom, he picked himself up, and he did it again, and he did it 3 times. And I am so proud and amazed by that, because I'm not sure I would be able to.
No, you would.
I hope I would. But the way he did it was phenomenal, and I'm so like in admiration of that. But at the same time, as a child, the most important thing as a child is to feel safe and to have continuity. And when you're, as a child, living in that life of boom, boom, so, you know, in a 8-bedroom, amazing, huge house with a huge garden, to a 1-bedroom flat that we're all in.
You don't understand it. You don't comprehend.
But your whole world's changing a lot, and you're losing that sense of continuity and safety.
Yeah.
And so I think through that journey, my mental health issues became very prevalent.
Yeah.
And I suffered. And not because of that, but because of a lot of different things. And I would have had it no other way, you know.
Yeah, it makes you the man you are
today. It made me who I am.
The roads lead you to the point where we are.
Absolutely.
Good and bad, there's no bad road.
No, and it definitely made me who I am. But at the same time, I think it has made me very empathetic for issues of mental health. Yeah. But also, I've sadly, very sadly, you know, I've lost a lot of friends in their teenage friends through them not making the right choices.
Not talking to anybody, not sharing it, keeping it inside of ourselves and
getting
being
involved
too
in
proud.
substances they shouldn't. And unfortunately that leading them on a crazy path. And I've lost friends, a lot. 6 or 7 friends by the time I was 18. And one of my best friends who I grew up with, who had schizophrenia, and he threw himself off the roof of his home. And he was only 19. And he threw himself off the roof of his home, and his sister was cycling. She was only about 12. She was cycling to the corner shop, and she cycled home, and there he was on the, on the driveway, flat. And it was because a voice in his head, he was schizophrenic, and a voice in his head said, jump. And that was when I first was like, that got me in, And they set there's a charity called Mind in England, which is one of the prime mental health charities, and his mother became the main chairwoman of it. She's an amazing woman, and she worked for nothing she's still doing it, for 20, 30 years of her giving her life to this charity Mind, raising money, raising awareness, helping on the ground, i.e. picking up the phones, amazing. And seeing that was a horrible thing to see.
But do you have this feeling of you don't know what you don't know, and until you've experienced the depression, the voices,
you can't relate.
You can't relate to it. You hear so much in society of, "You'll be all right, mate."
Yeah.
I won't. I can't explain it to you.
And sadly, often you won't be all right.
You won't be all right.
No.
You won't be all right. But it's in today's society, just get over it. Go and have a drink, go out and party. Cheer yourself up.
And that's not the right way to do it.
God. But I
think that's changing.
I think it's changing. I think the more of us that experience what it feels like, and then can come out and
talk about it.
Talk honestly, openly. Warts and all.
That's going to help the next generation.
And we're passionate to try and change it.
Yeah, and we only would be if we'd felt it.
Because you can't relate unless you've felt it. I couldn't relate.
Lisa suffered very badly from, what's it called? Postnatal depression.
Yeah.
And I admire her so much, but I couldn't relate to it at the time. But I sort of think I do now, because I went through the whole journey with her. She's come out the other side, she spoke to me. She's helping so many people now, and they come up to her like a magnet. These mums in their late 20s, early 30s.
She's an inspiration for it.
Well, but they don't know what she's been through. It's very weird. And they come up to her, like in a coffee shop, whatever, and they start talking. And within 2 minutes, the mother has told Lisa, "I'm really struggling. I've got this. And Lisa's like, and it's amazing.
And Lisa can connect.
She can really help them.
And it gives some form, in my world, because of when I'm able to help somebody, it gives some form of gratification and justification.
It helps Lisa as much as it helps them.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is the whole point of humanity and the whole point of us being connected.
Yeah.
That's what we're losing with social media. We're losing that real connection of in-out, where I'm giving you my energy, you're giving me yours. Our two energies are doing this, like in the oceans, which we're losing. The oceans are doing this, and they're connecting to each other.
Do you dive? Have you done it?
Love it.
It's my favourite place.
Love it.
When I had my worst, deepest, darkest days, put a tank on me, put me under the ocean, put me in the middle of some sharks.
You're leaving this place and you're reconnecting somewhere else.
It's a different sound. You can hear the stuff.
It's the sound that does it for me. Yeah. That's what enables me to completely, because I'm a sound person. Like I was telling you this, I need the sound of silence. And the ocean does it.
The ocean is an incredible
I want to get
place.
Lisa diving because she hasn't.
Well, we're going to do it.
Yeah, man. Should we do it together?